St. John Bosco was born in 1850 in the hillside hamlet of Becce, Italy. He would become a priest who took care of and educated some of Italy's most troubled youth. Come journey with us as we explore the life of this remarkable priest, as we explore this Saint of the Month subscription box that focuses on the father of the youth. When John Bosco was 9 years old, he had a remarkable dream that would impact him for the rest of his life. In his dream, he saw poor boys who played and cursed God. A man appeared to him and said, "With meekness and charity you will conquer these your friends." And a lady just as beautiful added, "Make yourself humble, strong, and robust. At the right time you will understand everything." When St. John Bosco was young, he received a pocket crucifix from a priest. In the same way, customers at Saint of the Month box receive a crucifix to carry in your pocket to follow the footsteps of the saint. After this dream, John had a mission to help the most disadvantaged youth of Italy. When he was older, he noticed visiting performers come to his town, and he sat in the front row watching them juggle, do tricks, and acrobatic performances. Then, on one Sunday evening, John gave his first performance to neighboring kids. He jumped on rope between two trees and performed balancing pots and pans on the tip of his nose. The youth applauded. Before the end, he repeated the sermon he heard at Mass and invited them to a prayer. In the same spirit of St. Bosco, you will inspire youth to their faith by playing a card game called The Eye of the Needle. This game came in the St. John Bosco box and challenges you to collect saints of a particular spirituality and twists and turns with each action card. St. John Bosco knew his calling for leading the youth to God, and he also felt God calling him to the priesthood. On June 5, 1841, John Bosco was ordained by Archbishop of Turin. Being a priest in Italy meant that his name began with the title Don. Finally, St. John Bosco dedicated his life to these abandoned children, just as in his dream. The first few months of his new mission started with a startling reality of the conditions of the youth. At the outskirts of the city, there were areas of such terror and revolution that he saw youth bedding, hungry, with faces stern, and with little joy. St. John Bosco wrote, "To see so many boys from 12 to 18 years of age, all healthy, strong, intelligent, insect-bitten, lacking spiritual and material food, was something that horrified me. I must, by any available means, prevent boys from ending up here." The population in these areas was exploding, and the current ways of helping was inefficient. St. John Bosco knew that he had to try new methods, new apostolates to reach boys where they were, in the shops, offices, and marketplaces. On the Feast of the Immaculate Conception, December 8, 1841, he took care of his first boy. 3 days later, there were 8 more that joined. 3 months later, there were 25, and in the summer, 80. He noticed their potential at work and created the youth center called the Oratorio that would train and look for jobs for the youth and teach them spiritual truths. St. John Bosco believed in teaching the whole person, body and soul. He believed our work should be found in everything we do, work, study, or play. This meant that being a Christian was an everyday thing and not just a Sunday thing. His teaching philosophy was to gain trust in the youth. He once said, "Behave in such a way that all those who speak to you may become your friends." And also, he said, "Think of them as your brothers. Kindness, understanding, and patience are the key to their hearts." St. John Bosco had a deep veneration for Our Lady, Mary, Help of Christians. John Bosco used to always say, "Have faith in the blessed sacrament of Mary, Help of Christians, and you will see what miracles are." In one of your Saint of the Month gifts, you get a picture of Mary's Help of Christians. When things were most difficult, he placed his trust in her and would often turn her to and say, "So shall we begin to do something?" Being a saint is easy, John Bosco would tell the kids. He said, "God wants us to be happy and to rejoice in the love of Jesus, Just do your duty in school, at home, and at work the best you can. Offer your life to God. The happy times and the sad or challenging things. Life sends many opportunities to join in the sufferings of Jesus. Bad weather, disappointments, physical illnesses, sorrows, these will make you saints. You can imagine the hard work it was to take care of the neglected youth, but he would spend quiet hours of the night to write letters to friends and write books on mathematics, literature, the Bible, church history for the boys. In the Saint of the Month box, a booklet of his writings on how to correct children explores his gentle and patient way with the youth. The year that St. Don Bosco died, there were 250 houses of the Salesian Society in all parts of the world, containing 130,000 children, and over 6,000 priests had gone through St. Don Bosco's institutions. The day of St. Don Bosco's death, there were Salesians who were keeping vigil around his bed, and he said in a whisper his last words, saying, "Love each other as brothers. Do good to all and evil to none. Tell my boys that I'll wait for them in paradise." Get these boxes by clicking the link in the description and join this journey about learning about St. Don Bosco. Our Saint of the Month boxes are filled with gifts that explore about the saint week by week. Every week you open up a new gift and you explore a new goal that challenges you to grow in your own spiritual life. Learn from St. Don Bosco and learn how to be holy like him, the way he thought, the way he acted, and the way he prayed. Join us in our subscriptions and learn more at saintofthemonth.com.